I'm gonna do a little chapter review for Black Clover, chapter 331, titled "And Time Starts to Move." I like the title for that for this chapter because of what it entails. But on the first page of the chapter, we have not meeting up with saying there's someone I need you to meet, and it is Sylvan Burial, mother, and so and it says right here in the page. This is the current queen of the Spade Kingdom, Her Royal Highness Sylvan Burial. And I can't really remember. Some people say in the anime that she died with the king. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But either way, whatever happens in the manga is canon. So I guess it is what it is. But we see the queen, and behind her are the Spade Kingdom Resistance and Ralph. In this page, we see Seal crying because she finally meets her son, after what, 15, 17 years. And we have Belle saying she looked just like you. And yeah. But Seal saying, I'm so glad you're safe. Just look at you, you're all grown up. And Seal hugs, and the other Spade forces also huddle up around, saying, Master, when you return to the Spade Kingdom, our nation's gonna need your power. And I guess wasn't really pondering on the question. I guess he was thinking about how he would you know like how the situation is for the Spade, but has his own things to deal with right now. Like saying well, first still saying there are many things I need to tell you. You may not be able to accept them right away, but and then says I can't speak for the future. That said, there's a vow I have to keep first. The man I made that vow is my family in the Clover Kingdom, my good friend and my rival. And so I really do hope does talk with Seal just to see if there's any like secrets or anything he needs to know, like maybe particularly towards his Spade Grimoire, or like at least a history of the Spade Kingdom. Like maybe she knows more info on the Zagrada siblings. That would really be helpful, but we'll have to wait and find out in the future chapters. But yeah, I really do like how stated that basically stated that I still have a vow I gotta keep to Asta. So once I get done with that, then I'll deal with the matters of the Spain Kingdom. So I like that. Still remembering his his roots, his vow that he made and whatnot. And then the next page we go to Asta talking with Lee as they're sitting on top of the Spade clock tower. Also thinking Lee for also said maybe it was just in your memories, but because of you I got to see my mom. I was never mad at her for anything, for abandoning me or anything, but just finding out that she loved me really made me happy. So that's the confirmation that Asa didn't know that that lady in Lee's flashback was his mom. And I really do like that the Asa stating that he didn't care that he was abandoned, but him knowing that she did love him is what really matters. I like that. It's unfortunate that he never really got to interact with his mom, but did. But that was two different situations. So what happened. And after Asa said that for thinking Lee about looking into his memories, Lee saying you idiot, that's my line. Because of you I got to avenge Caesar's death. Thanks Asta. Now it's my turn to make your dream come true. And then Asa agreeing with him saying yeah, and I like that. I like that now we got the situation over with Lasita's killer being defeated. And I wonder if since this Leave getting his vengeance, like would that do anything with the anti magic, or yeah, Cause I know that Lee got the anti magic because he was cursing the devils, with strong emotions. So like I'm just wondering like because he don't have those strong emotions anymore, will he still have anti magic? I mean I'm assuming he does because he already, went through the phase of those strong emotions. So like I don't think it's like consistent. Like I don't think like he needs to be like still that hateful all the time to have anti magic power. I do believe he still has it, but I really do hope after this Lee moves on and we get to see some more character development. Maybe he makes some friends with the Black Bulls, and then we see in the next page you see Al saying both saying that they're going to become the Wizard King. And I really like this panel of them because cause they're both looking towards, like I don't know, they're like figuratively looking towards each other in different places, saying this. But I do how they look, with confidence, saying that they're gonna become the Wizard King. But after that, I also tell Levy saying first I had to get everybody to admit you're a good guy, especially that Magic Parliament person with the scales. And Levy saying I hate that guy. So yeah, a lot of people really don't like Damnatio, but like you got to give him credit. Like Damnatio really does what he do just for the good of the Clover Kingdom, despite how messed up and twisted it is. And then after we get that conversation with Austin Lee, we see the clock tower actually ticks. It actually moves, and that kind of correlates with the chapter title of this chapter. So after that, we get a panel of the Clover Kingdom, because we said that we see Damnatio walking, and then we get a close up to his face, where Damnatio looks grim about something. Then we go to Julius, and we see Julius just was just finishing talking with Marx about something, I'm not sure, but Julius says good work, right? Good work, Marx. Then that conversation ended. Then Julius is thinking to himself that I'm relieved that the battle in the Spade Kingdom is over, but something doesn't feel right. What is this indescribable unease? Ever since then, no, even before that. And he describing about the situation that happened when the Clover Kingdom got invaded by that ancient magic devil from the Spade Kingdom. How Julius was feeling that uneasiness about the devil coming, and how when he was fighting it, how he reverted uh, shortly that he anticipated to his younger form. Then while he was thinking about that, Damnatio knocks on the well. Julius get a knock on the door, and Julius responds, "Who is it?" And it's Damnatio. And then Damnatio walks in, talking to Julius, saying, "Lord Julius, I need to speak to you." And then Damnatio shows Julius of the documents of the in terms of the devils, or what he found out. And him saying, ever since that trial, I've been investigating the existence of devils. I acquired these materials by researching a tribe of devil hosts in our kingdom. These records are from over 20 years ago at that time. I find it crazy that over the centuries, like from when the first Worship King was fighting against Zagred, that they only had documents of devils only from 20 years ago. That's like who started researching this, or did he got this from Noct? I don't know. I mean, I guess it would make sense if he got it from Noct, because it said 20 years ago. Because like I find it hard to believe that him researching and the only things he got about devils was only from 20 years ago. So I'm assuming he got it from Noct, because like I don't know, it wouldn't make sense if he got this from the Clover Kingdom, because it like the Clover Kingdom had been here for like centuries, and they only started making records of devils for 20 years. But either way, I digress. So Damnatio is explaining to Julius what he found in the contents of those documents. And he says, among the supreme devils matched to the Quiflof, there was no devil known as Mekikula. So that confirms that Mekikula isn't I guess you could say a canon devil in terms of demonology for the tree Quiflof. I do like how Tabata made her up, and I do like her design, and I do like, you know, her whole thing with curse magic and whatnot. I hope we do see her again. But either way, that new show continues explaining that there are three devils who are said to rule the underworld: Lucifer of gravity magic, also known as Satan; Beelzebub of spatial magic; and Astaroth of time magic. So now we finally get the devil of time magic. I'm trying to remember, like, wasn't there another devil called Lucifer? I wonder if we'll see that devil too, but either way. And new show continues saying it is likely that Megicula is Astaroth's successor. For some reason, Astaroth vanished from the underworld. And while this may be a coincidence, in all this world's history, as far as I can tell, there has only been a single time magic user. And while Danisha was saying this, he was saying in his head, hoping that I'm not certain of this. Please tell me I'm wrong. The devil who had made its lair into this kingdom, tell me it isn't you. And then Julius finally adding the pieces up together, looking back at his whole history from when he first met Yami all the way up to now. Julius finally realizing, saying, I see that it really is me. And you see Julius with a grim look on his face, realizing that he may be connected to the time devil Astaroth in some way or shape or form. And then Damnatio was also looked surprised too of Julius admitting that it was him. And Julius telling Damnatio, hurry, don't let me. And then we see something happen to Julius, and out of nowhere we see a version of grown-up Julius just tapping Damnatio on the forehead. Damnatio already had his skills up, but I guess he wasn't fast enough. And then this mysterious person that that was previously Julius saying you didn't want it to be true. And while that happened, we see when Julius transformed to that person, we see the what's it called, the coverless grimoire back to its original state of all its pages. And while we see the coverless grimoire, we see that the grimoire actually has a cover. It starts manifesting a cover, and then the book closes, and we see it's a spade grimoire with two spades, one overlapping the other, and it has a really intricate and unique design. Like, this gotta be one of the most craziest design I've seen in the grimoire that Tabata has made yet. And we see Damnatio on the ground lying. Some people say he did. I'm not sure. We had to wait to see. It seemed like that he just possibly knocked him out. But we see a Dremelet flying in to the window to the Wizard King's office. And we see a Dremelet talking to this mysterious person who was before Julius, saying, hey there, it went basically the way you said it would, Lucius Zogratis. So we get a confirmation that what Julius was before is Lucius Zogratis. And then Lucius responding with, yes, the time has come. And in black with white text throughout the chapter, we get Black Clover, final arc, the ultimate Wizard King. And that's how it ends. And I know after that I was informed that Black Clover gonna be on a 3-month hiatus. That is really appreciated, knowing how much Tabata had put in this arc. And he really do deserve the 3-month hiatus. I'm not gonna get into what the Black Clover community has been feeling over the past chapters. I just find it crazy how the chapter before this, people was up with pitchforks and was upset, but then this chapter somehow just like got them all back together. I don't know. I find it crazy how they switch up that fast, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna get further into that. But either way, I do like how Tabata did this. Like, people was already theorizing that that Julius was evil, because of the connections. Like I can't remember when they thought about this, but I want to say it was maybe like from what I remember, I think it was first around the time when Knock was trying to summon a devil, and it was a time devil called Luciferius. I think that's when people started making connections, but I think people made connections way before that. But yeah, like people always had an eerie feeling about Julius. That something was off with him. Like, um, for me, I don't know. Like, I thought it was weird how in the anime, when Asa got captured after that invasion that Rades did with the zombies, and Julius said, "I was waiting for you," because it seemed like that he was part of all the plan. But no, he was talking about a totally different thing. But like since we got this reveal, people start going back to the chapters and saying like, "Oh, it was hinted out all this time." I do believe it was hinted, but very little, because we do see that Tabata loves to foreshadow a lot with little hints. And people also made the clock theory. I'm pretty sure everyone heard about the clock theory about how Lucius reverted time as many times as he's needed in order for the Clover people to beat Lucifero, so he can get the devil's heart. But I like that theory. I don't know if it's true or not. We have to wait and see. I hope so, because that would be a really cool and wicked theory. And another thing is people calling him the Aizen of this new gen shonen. Um, I don't know. I really do like this. Like the what you call. I like the entrance. I really do hope that he lives up to that title that people just gave him out the bat. I really hope it's like a Aizen level villain, and I can't wait to see how this villain goes with Lucius. Because right now he do seem pretty cool, and he do seem like he's up for it for that title. What I would like to see after this is hopefully like I don't know. I feel like we might get a time skip because of this. I don't know. It seems weird, but I hope in the future chapters he isn't found out yet. Like maybe he does something to Damnatio where he loses his memories of when he was confronting Julius about what he figured out. Like I hope Julius is or Lucius still in disguise, and he gets found out or he reveal himself. But I hope whenever that happens, we get like, oh, he reveals himself, then he shows all the people he's been working with who are also enemies. And I really don't know how this is gonna go. Like I do believe that people are gonna feel some sort of way. Like I'm talking about the character, not the fans. But I do feel like that when he do reveal himself, it's gonna be really heartbroken because all the friendship he made throughout the way, or what Julius made. Some people say that Julius is a separate personality from Lucius. It does seem that way, how Julius was acting. But yeah, I feel like it's gonna be crazy if he reveals himself to the other Clover characters, or if he even is, because we don't know his motives. We don't know what he wants. All we know is that he planned everything in order to get the devil's heart. So I don't know. We have to wait and see. Like we did hear from one time when he was talking to Xenon saying that we'll make undying bodies so people won't die so easily. But that could just be another part of his ruse to where he was just lying to Xenon so everything could go his way. Because like I said, we don't know what his plan is. But I do hope he becomes a really cool and interesting villain with a good backstory. But yeah, it was a really good chapter. I can't wait to see what happens next. Unfortunately, we had to wait 3 months, but it's good for Tabata to relax and rest. So I think that's pretty much it. I do hope we get to see more villains. I hope we get to see some of those diamond mages that were with Morris. I hope we get to see Mars, and I hope we get to see more tree devils. Maybe we might even see angels. I don't know. And I also hope that we get to see Yami's homeland. Maybe. I don't know. We have to wait and see. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it.